Namaste and Tashtile. Today I am going to give Tse.do oral transmission in the English version because one of my YouTube viewer comment me. So let's start. सम्पूर्ण मिश्र ज्ञालाको विद्यार्थीहरूलाई Tashtile र नमस्ते। आजको दिनमा चाहिँ Tse.do इंग्लिशमा पढाउन गइरहेको छु। नेपालीहरुलाई चाहिँ अस्ति नै मैले Tse.do को प्रवचनहरु सबै नेपालीमै सब पुरा भयो। दृश्य कसरी गर्नुपर्छ, चलो कसरी गर्नुपर्छ, कहाँ चाहिँ लाउनु पर्छ, अर्थ के हो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ अस्ति नै मैले सबै सिकाइसके। आजको दिनमा चाहिँ इंग्लिशमा पढाउन गइरहेको छु। Long Life Sutra, Tse.do. Here is the Sutra of the Great Vehicle called Unfathomable, Exalted Life and Transcendental Wisdom. In the Indian language, Arya Aparimita Ayugyana Nama Mahayana Sutra. In the English language, Great Vehicle Sutra of Unfathomable, Exalted Life and Transcendental Wisdom. I prostrate to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Thus I have heard at one time the Bhagavan, Destroyer, qualified gone beyond one, was in Saravasti at the temple of the godless benefactor of food in Jadavana Park, seated in one method with 1,350 great intending virtue, Arya Sangha, and virtue bakers, bhikshus, and multitudes of the Bodhisattvas, great sattvas. Then the Destroyer, qualified gone beyond one, granted discourse to the youthful Manjushri. Manjushri, there is the whole above called unfathomable qualities. There the Tathagata, having destroyed the enemy, the fully complete Buddha, gone as it is, called unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom, extremely discerning aspect, victorious glorification, is abiding, revealing Dharma to sentient beings, while holding and completing the life. Listen, youthful Manjushri, the human beings of Zambuling have a short life, living only to the age of 100. From those, almost all experience untimely death. Manjushri, any sentient beings who writes or lets others write, listens to just the mere name, reads or keeps in the house this class of teachings called completely express phrase of the quality of the Tathagata, great gone as it is, the unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom, and also those who have completely finished their life, if they offer flowers, incense, garlands, ornaments, and incense powder, will be able to live another 100 years. Manjushri, the life will be increased of any sentient beings who hears the 108 names of the unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom, extremely discerning, expect victorious glorification. Those sentient beings whose life is nearly complete, by keeping this holy name, their life will be increased. Manjushri, because it is like that, the good qualities of any son or daughter of the race who, desiring a long life, either hear the name of the Tathagata, unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom, 108 times, who writes it, causes others to write it, or recite it, will be enhanced. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinishit Tejo Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune. Aparimita Pune, Aparimita Punye Jana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivare Soha. Manjushri, the lifespan of anyone who writes, lets others write, has met into scripture, or keeps at home and reads the 108 names of the Tathagatas will be increased 100 years from the end of their life. Even after that, by transference of consciousness, they will be born in the pure land of the Tathagata's unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom, the realm of unfathomable qualities and so forth. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayugyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyata Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaru Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parishuddha Dharma Tekagana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Again at that time, 10 million Buddhas taught. This sutra continued on unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one melody. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parishuddha Dharma Tekagana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Again that time, 10 million Buddhas taught. This sutra continued on unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one melody. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parishuddha Dharma Tekagana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Again that time, 10 million Buddhas taught this sutra continued on unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one melody. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayugyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parishuddha Dharma Tekagana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Again that time, 10 million Buddhas taught. This sutra continued on unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one melody. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parishuddha Dharma Tekagana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Again that time, 10 million Buddhas taught. This sutra continued on unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one voice. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayugyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tathagataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parishuddha Dharma Tekagana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Swaha. Again, that time, 45-10 million Buddhas taught this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one voice. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurjnana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Again, that time, 36-10 million Buddhas taught this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one voice. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurjnana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Anyone who writes or lets others write this sutra continue on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom will live for 100 years from their life finishing. By reading this on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom, lets others write it, life will increase. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurjnana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Again, that time, 25-10 million Buddhas taught this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one melody. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurjnana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Again, that time, 10 million Buddhas equaling the grain of sand in 10 great oceans taught this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom with one intention and in one melody. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurjnana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. The life of anyone who writes or lets others write this sutra on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom will be enhanced and they will be able to live another 100 years. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurjnana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Anyone who writes or lets others write this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom will never get reborn as hell beings, in the birthplace of animals, or in the realm of Yama. They will never get reborn in the states of no freedom, not having freedoms to practice Dharma. Wherever these beings are born, they will remember all their past births. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayogena Subhinisitejo Rajaya Tata Gadaya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Visuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Soha. Writing all lacks, author write this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom is like, let the persons write the 84,000 teaching of Buddha, they get the same benefit. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayogena Subhinisitejo Rajaya Tata Gadaya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Tega Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Visuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Soha. Writing all that, authors write this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom is like, that's the person write the 84,000 teaching of Buddhas and consecrate them. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayogena Subhinisitejo Rajaya Tata Gadaya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Visuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Soha. If anyone writes or lets author write this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom, even having committed the 5 uninterrupted negative karmas get completely purified. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayogena Subhinisitejo Rajaya Tata Gadaya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Visuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Soha. If anyone writes or lets author write this sutra continued of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom, more ends of piles of their negative karma get completely purified. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayogena Subhinisitejo Rajaya Tata Gadaya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Visuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Soha. Anyone who writes or lets authors write this sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom will never receive harm, even if the Maras, devas in the type of Maras, harm givers or cannibals give harm. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayogena Subhinisitejo Rajaya Tata Gadaya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Visuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Soha. Anyone who writes or lets others write the sutra continued on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom will directly receive predictions from 10 million Buddhas at the time of death. 1,000 Buddhas will stretch out their arm to that person who will go from one Buddha's pure land to another. Don't have to pound it mind. Don't have doubts or uncertainty. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayogena Subhinisitejo Rajaya Tata Gadaya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Gyana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Visuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Soha. The 4 guidance will always follow. Guide hide and protect anyone who writes or lets others write the Sutra container on fathomable life and transcendental. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Gataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivari Soha. Anyone who writes or lets others write the Sutra container on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom will be born in the pure land of the Buddha, Tathagata's limitless light, Amitabha Buddha, the blissful realm of the world. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Gataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Pune Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivare Swaha. Even the place where this rare sublime sutra is reading become an object of offering. Any birds or beasts gone to the bird realm of animals who hear the sound of this mantra in their ear will completely actualize enlightenment in the peerless, fully complete, purified, actualized state. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Gataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivare Soha. Anyone who writes or lets others write the Sutra container on fathomable life and transcendental wisdom will never be born in a woman's body. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Gataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Pune Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivare Swaha. Any person who gives one Kashapana for the class of Dharma of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom is collect the merit of completely filling of thousands folds, 3,000 galaxies with the 7 kinds of jewels and making charity. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Gataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivare Soha. Anyone who makes offerings to this class of Dharma of unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom is making offerings to all the holy Dharma. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Gataya Arhate Samyaksam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Pune Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishute Mahanaya Parivare Swaha. Like this example, the merit of having made offerings of the 7 types of jewels to the Tathagatas, Namsek, Chukturchen, Thamchekyop, Lokpar, Tesel, Setup, Yesung, Shatuk, and so forth can be counted. But the heap of merits of reciting, writing, and lets others write The Sutra of Unfathomable Life and Transcendental Wisdom cannot be counted. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Pune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishuddhe Mahanaya Parivari Soha. For example, if heaps of jewels the size of the king of mountains, Mount Meru, are piled off and offered as charity, the heaps of merit can be counted. The heaps of merit of the Sutra of Unfathomable Life and Transcendental Wisdom cannot be counted. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Arhate Samyasam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishuddhe Mahanaya Parivare Soha. For example, if the earth is filled with water from the 4 great oceans, each drop can be counted, but the heaps of merit of the Sutra of Unfathomable Life and Transcendental Wisdom cannot be counted. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Maha Aparimita Pune Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishuddhe Mahanaya Parivari Swaha. Whoever offers respect to the Sutra of Unfathomable Life and Transcendental Wisdom, writes or causes others to write or revere it, has prostrated and make offerings to all the Tathagatas in the Buddha's fields of the 10 directions. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Pune Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskar Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishuddhe Mahanaya Parivari Swaha. Due to the power of charity, the Buddha is the completely pure exalted one by actualizing the human line through the power of charity. And when one enters the city of the compassionate one, the sound of the power of charity will be proclaimed. Due to the power of morality, the Buddha is the completely pure exalted one by actualizing the human line through the power of morality. And when one enters the city of the compassionate one, the sound of the power of morality will be proclaimed. Due to the power of patience, the Buddha is completely pure exalted one by actualizing the human line through the power of patience. And when one enters the city of the compassionate one, the sound of the power of patience will be proclaimed. Due to the power of virtuous effort, the Buddha is the completely pure exalted one by actualizing the human line through the power of effort. And when one enters the city of the compassionate one, the sound of the power of effort will be proclaimed. Due to the power of something single-pointed meditation, the Buddha is the completely pure exalted one by actualizing the human line through the power of something. And when one enters the city of compassionate one, the sound of the power of something will be proclaimed. Due to the power of wisdom, the Buddha is the completely pure exalted one by actualizing the human line through the power of wisdom. And when one enters the city of the compassionate one, the sound of the power of wisdom will be proclaimed. Om Namo Bhagavate Aparimita Ayurgyana Subhinisit Tse.do Rajaya Tatha Kataya Arhate Samyak Sam Buddhaya Tatyatha Om Pune Pune Mahapune Aparimita Punye Jnana Sambaro Pachite Om Sarva Sanskara Parisuddha Dharma Teka Gana Samungate Sawa Bhava Vishuddhe Mahanaya Parivari Soha. The destroyer qualified gone beyond one Buddha was pleased and granted the teaching in that way. The youthful Manjushri, all the fully qualified, encourage and hold with its suras, humans, asuras, and smell eaters, rejoice and actualize first what was expounded by destroyer, qualified gone beyond one. Here the Mahayana Sutra called the exalted unfathomable life and transcendental wisdom is complete.